Welcome back, Bison Nation. My name is Charlotte Davignon.
And I'm Kate Hamilton.
And tonight we're taking you through campus, local, and national news. Stick around. Fargo's equine therapy program is looking for volunteers as demand continues to grow. Bison Strides, located at NDSU's Equine Center, is seeking community members to help support its therapeutic horseback riding program. The organization works with individuals facing physical, emotional, and cognitive challenges while using horses to build confidence, improve balance, and develop life skills. Volunteers are a key role in the program, assisting during sessions as horse handlers or sidewalkers, and helping participants safely interact with the animals. No prior experience is required, and training is provided for those who are interested.
On Wednesday, May 6th, the Office of Student Engagement is hosting GradCap decorating in the Memorial Union Sandbox from 2 to 5 p.m. Come and celebrate a GradCap. Come and create a GradCap that shows off your personality and share your favorite NDSU memory. All supplies will be provided.
On Friday, April 24th, I got the opportunity to speak with Megan Duda and Ben Deers about an art piece that had just been found after 6 years. To see the full interview, watch it on our YouTube.
Plans have been filed to open a Chuck E. Cheese Adventure World at Westgate Commons in the space formerly owned by David Spreidel. The project is estimated to cost around $1.2 million and will include an indoor play arena, arcade, and small kitchen. The new concept is focusing more on active play with features like climbing structures and trampolines. This comes after the previous one closed its Fargo location in 2024.
Hector's International Airport is set to receive $3.4 million in federal funding for terminal expansion. The money will go towards adding additional gates as part of a larger, nearly $18 million package for airport projects across North Dakota. The funding comes through the Federal Aviation Administration's Airport Improvement Program and will support 20 projects statewide. Other airports, including those in Devils Lake and Jamestown, will also receive funding for a runway, taxiway, and equipment upgrades.
Fargo city leaders are advancing with plans for a new convention center after voters approved a 3% hotel and motel tax in 2024 to fund the project. The City Commission reviews proposals from the developers. Out of 4 finalists, the Brew Hollow proposal ranked the highest, followed by a plan tied to the Fargo Civic Center. Now city staff have been directed to begin a more detailed evaluation of those 2 options.
A new indoor Little Free Food Pantry has opened in Dickinson, offering an accessible and community-driven way to support those in need. Located in St. Joe's Plaza, the pantry is open Monday through Saturday until 8 p.m. and requires no paperwork or payment. The indoor location allows for safe, year-round donations without concern for extreme weather. While volunteers monitor the shelves daily, the pantry relies heavily on community contributions to stay stocked. Organizers emphasize simple, ready-to-eat items as top needs, including shelf-stable milk, bread, and foods that don't require cooking. The initiative is supported by Food Riot, which also offers free hot meals every Tuesday and Thursdays from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., open to all. Community members can contribute donations directly or connect through Food Riot's outreach efforts.
A celebration of life for North Dakota Representative Liz Conmee will be held Friday, May 1st from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at River Haven in Moorhead. According to her family, Conmee, who represented District 11 in Fargo since 2022, died alongside her partner, pilot Joe Cass, following a plane crash on April 25th in Minnesota. Authorities say Brooklyn Park Police responded to reports of a small aircraft crash around 11:51 a.m. First responders located the plane where it had crashed and caught fire. Officials confirmed that those on board did not survive. The cause of the crash remains under investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration.
Riders at Six Flags New England were forced to evacuate a stalled roller coaster after being stuck for over an hour. Video shared on TikTok shows riders walking down the tracks of the Superman ride at Six Flags. This ride reaches heights around 208 feet, One user who had posted the video said the ride shut down for the rest of the day following the incident. Another commenter who was on the ride said the chain became stuck and described strong winds at the top of the ride. The commenter went on to say that riders who were affected by the malfunction received a full reimbursement and 2 free ride tickets. Details of the incident have not been confirmed, and it's unclear what the cause of the malfunction are or if any injuries were reported. Coming up next is Spotlight with Geri.
My name is Becky Parker, and I'm a news anchor at WDAY-TV. I graduated from NDSU in 2010 with a degree in journalism, broadcasting, and mass communication technologies, and then I had an emphasis on broadcasting. Principles of broadcast production and advanced broadcast production. Those were favorites because they were the most relevant for career experience. You're calling people for interviews, you're writing an article. It doesn't just feel like an assignment, it's like actually doing it. I was the news director for the first full semester of the Bison Information Network. The BIN advisor here was very much invested in me to actually have a career in broadcasting. He helped me get my internship and my first job. The people in NDSU's Department of Communication are really interested and helpful in getting students the connections that they need in order to get a job beyond school.
No kid deserves to go hungry, but try as they might, not every family can afford to put food on the table every day. That's why the Great Plains Food Bank and their partner agencies work every day to bring food to our hungry neighbors. Every dollar donated can provide 4 meals for those in need. Go to greatplainsfoodbank.org and donate today so no kid in North Dakota ever has to go hungry.
Hello, Bison Nation. Welcome to Bison Spotlight, the show where we talk about entertainment, news, and drama. I'm Geri Berg, and let's jump into the news. Nedra Talley Ross, the last surviving member of the 1960s pop band, the Ronettes, passed away at the age of 80. She passed away at home on Sunday, April 26, 2026. Nedra was born and raised in New York City with her sisters Veronica Ronnie and Estella Bennett. In 1964, the sisters released their only album, presenting the Fabulous Ronettes. 5 of the 12 tracks made it into the Rolling Stones' 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. They signed to the Phillies Records in 1963, singing primarily backup until Spector had the Ronettes record Be My Baby and Baby I Love You. Samuel Monroe Jr., the actor known for his role in the movie Tales from the Hood, is fighting for his life after being repeatedly misdiagnosed at several different hospitals. 8 months later, he was diagnosed with meningitis. By the time they started treatment, it had already spread to his brain and spinal cord. Monroe Jr. is currently on life support, and his family is asking everyone to keep the actor in their prayers. The family has launched a GoFundMe page to support the cost of his recovery and his children. A new movie has made it to the top of the box office list, Michael, the biopic of the king of pop, Michael Jackson. It tells the story of the young childhood star of the Jackson 5, to the abuse from his father and breaking away to make his hit album Thriller as a solo artist. The movie was originally projected to make $50 million, however, over the weekend it made closer to $7 million and surpassed that, making $97 million in the US and Canada theaters. Overseas, it collected $120.4 million, giving it a global opening of $217.4 million, surpassing the previous top biopics, starting Straight Outta Compton, which made $60.2 million in 2015, and Bohemian Rhapsody, which made $51 million in 2018. This weekend's box office has some heavy hitters. The biopic Michael jumps to the top of the list. Following in second is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Moving to the third highest spot is Project Hail Mary, and Lee Cronin's Mummy is in the fourth. Finally, the fifth spot is held by the movie The Drama. That's all I have for you this week at Bison Spotlight. Stay tuned for politics with Laken.
At NDSU, we're going to teach you about how to work with people. We're going to teach you about relationships with people and how to manage those relationships successfully, whether that's at work, whether that's at home. We have majors in agricultural communication, strategic communication, journalism, and management communication. We have students who have graduated who are doing all kinds of different things, everything from marketing to writing content to development to career coaching. We also, of course, have people doing more traditional things like news reporter or working for TV stations. The faculty members in our department advise undergraduate students. We think that it's important for faculty to develop relationships with our undergrads. We have an advisory board, and that consists of people in the community who are like local business people, and we try to make connections with those people so that literally we know the person that they should talk to about a job. You can't be in the world if you can't communicate. My recommendation is that you take some communication classes at the very least if you can. Even better, do a major in communication.
With Bin Politics, I'm Laney Schutz. Over the weekend, there was a shooting during the White House Correspondents Association dinner on April 25th, 2026, at the Washington Hilton. Armed with a shotgun, a handgun, and knives, the suspect, 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen, exchanged gunfire with law enforcement as he rushed a security checkpoint before being apprehended. Manifestos written by Allen were found at his California home and the hotel room at the Washington Hilton, stating his intent to target President Trump and Trump administration officials. This was President Trump's first time being in attendance at the White House Correspondents Association dinner, having not attended during previous terms. He was escorted out of the venue by officials, and the guests were evacuated after the dinner was canceled. Allen has been charged with attempting assassination and weapons charges as the FBI continues to investigate.
I'm your friend.
I am your coworker.
I'm your neighbor.
There's no set person that defines who needs help in North Dakota.
I play cards with your grandmother every week.
Hunger is becoming more and more widespread and more known because there are people standing up and saying, hey, this can't happen. We can't be having this in our state, in our community.
I sit next to you in math class.
It's proving that they're learning better and they're not coming to school so hungry on Monday morning. We're engaging them and we're helping them learn. I mean, people want to help their fellow citizens, and in this food bank, in this agency, that is exactly what's happening, is people really, truly care.
I'm here.
I'm here to change the faces.
I'm here to change the faces of hunger.
My name is Addie Stewart, and I graduated from NDSU in the Department of Communication in 2018. My degree was in strategic communication, and I'm the communications specialist for the city of West Fargo. That includes social media, press releases, breaking news, interviews, media relations, and more. I went into communication because I wanted to do something I was passionate about. There were so many opportunities. I knew I could work for nonprofits, government, small business, agency work. Professors in the department definitely impacted me a lot in my life, making sure that once I graduated college, I knew I could get a job here just because of the connections in the department and the great morale that was in Fargo. Future students should definitely come to NDSU because it's a degree like no other here.
With Bison Sports this week, I'm Laken Hines. NDSU baseball split a 4-game series at Oral Roberts, with the Bison prevailing 3-2 on April 24th, and a complete sweep of 11-3 on April 26th. Notable players include Diego Trujillo, Chase Womack, and Timon Long, all with multi-RBI home runs in the winning games over the weekend. Pitcher Seamus Ryan also had a stake in the game, pitching 0 walks across 4 scoreless innings in Game 1. Bison baseball also upended Creighton on Tuesday, 13-6. Notable players include Caleb Corbin with 3 RBI, Dante Smith with 2 RBI, Caden Connor with 2 RBI, Timon Long with 4 RBI, and Cal Jones with 2 RBI. Bison baseball will return when they host SDSU this Friday, May 1st. First pitch is set for 6:30 p.m. NDSU women's golf took the 4th place title in the Summit League Championship at the Longbow Golf Club on Tuesday, with freshman Geri leading the team at +7 overall. This is the 2nd appearance in the Summit League top 5 for the Bison women's golf. And in football, NDSU wide receiver Bryce Lance and quarterback Cole Payton were both selected in the 2026 NFL Draft, marking the 4th time in 6 years that the Bison have had multiple draft picks. Bryce Lance was the 136th overall pick in the 4th round and was drafted by the New Orleans Saints. Cole Payton was the 178th overall pick in the 5th round and was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. NDSU has produced 21 NFL draft picks since joining the Division I in 2005. That's all in sports this week. Next up is weather with Henry.
Thank you, Laken, for that riveting sports report. My name is Henry Raddock, as always, with your weather. Kind of chilly today, 51 degrees with 31 as our low this evening, with mostly cloudy skies. Precipitation 10%, humidity 35, and wind at 12 miles an hour. So pretty chilly. This weekend, it is expecting to warm up, though. As we can see here, Saturday, we're expecting a high of 69. Now, Thursday and Friday, we're going to be getting to 69, but by Saturday and Sunday, we're getting those nice warm temperatures. Still a little chilly, but still warmer than it was before. Those lows are going to be in your 20s tomorrow, 30, and then 40s the next days. Now, this week, going past on Sunday to the next week, as you can see here, it gets colder. It does what happens. It's spring in North Dakota. What do you expect, folks? Thankfully, the sun seems to be a constant throughout this week. Those lows are also going to be in your kind of mid-40s, mid-30s, and low 30s. Now, moving on to our national temperatures, as you can see here on this map, we have a lot of warm spots throughout this country. The only place that it doesn't seem like it's getting a lot of heat is kind of going to be a lot of your upper Midwest, kind of upper Wisconsin. You see the UP, bits of Michigan, northern Minnesota, and kind of where we are now. But those low temperatures are still going to be in your 50s and 40s. Also on the Rocky Mountains, we are seeing a little bit of chillier temperatures, kind of around Salt Lake City and Denver. But a lot of the country is experiencing lots and lots of warm temperatures. Even Brownsville, Texas, is getting 92 degrees. Wow. Going on to our evening temperatures for tonight, as you can see here, a lot of those places in the south are going to be a lot warmer than they are going to be in the north. But those temperatures are not going to dip down below the 30s. Get close to 30s, get close to 20s, but not dip below. Well, that is all I have this week for weather. Remember to stay alive during Dead Week next week. It's going to be a hectic week with finals to follow. So remember to take it slow, relax, don't get too caught up. Remember to have a good time. As always, I'm Henry Raddock. Roll hard and go Bison.
Well, thank you so much, Henry, for letting us know that there are some brighter days ahead, some warmer days to warm the brain for finals, so to speak. That is all we have this week, so thank you for tuning in. And from everybody here at Bison Information Network, have a great rest of the week and roll herd.